When I called to the Greenfield Kilkenny farm on Monday morning, the 1st of February, milking was finished and a row of cows were baled up in the batch crush that runs alongside the parlour for tail and freeze brand clipping. The contractor was just finished putting out silage with the Volvo. It takes him about an hour and a half to put out enough feed for the 300 animals. The silage pit is only open about 20 days, so up to that it was all round bales that were fed out. While it's high cost, the bales are better quality than the first cut and second cut silage. There are about 200 quality round bales left for the spring if required. Remember, on Friday the 29th of January, there were only 30 cows calved. So on average, 15 cows per day calved over Saturday and Sunday. Out of the 60 cows calved, the ratio was good and there were 40 heifer calves and 20 bull calves. As the farm is wet, cows are not allowed to go out to the paddocks only for a few hours. Owen had left the calved cows back into the feed passage after milking, as he had to set up the wires for grazing. The cows are going to a paddock near the parlour that is relatively dry and only has a very light cover of grass. The cows nearest calving are held into a section of the standoff pad near the calving shed. They have access to silage only from 7 p.m. at night, in order to keep them busy eating at night and calving by day. One nice Frisian cow had the blister out and was calving away when I was walking around. The normal routine is cows are left calve away on the standoff pad themselves. Only if a very long time calving, or if they seem in difficulty, will they be brought into the calving shed and baled up for calving. Out of the 60 cows calved so far, Tom had only handled 5 cows. The rest more or less calved themselves. After visiting the pad, I headed back to the calf shed to see the new arrivals. The calves had been fed that morning and were stretched out on the deep bed of straw. The disease prevention strategy is front-loaded on these calves, and preventative medicine costs in the order of €30 per calf. They get a PI3 RSV vaccine, costing about $3.15 per calf, Halicure dosing, costing about €9 per calf, a Bovicox tablet at $1.50 per pop, and 2 IBR vaccinations before 3 months of age. Also, the cows calving from March onwards are vaccinated with Rotavac Corona to prevent rotavirus scour. So with the farmyard tour complete, I hid for the fields to see what sort of grass the cows were grazing. You can see where the cows were grazing over the weekend. Square blocks out from the roadway. Where the roadway ended, narrow lanes were created to get cows to the grass without walking on what grass was there. These freshly calved cows don't eat too much, and when they are getting 3 kilos of meal and a pick of silage, they will only eat nice green grass until their appetite starts to improve. However, the discipline of getting them out to the paddock and into the grazing wood is beneficial for them and gives staff a chance to look after the rest of the cows, as the calving will be hot and heavy for the next 4 weeks. Until the next update, stay farming.